Rhythmic phrasing makes or breaks guitar solos. And in order to make your leads really shine and give them more energy, I want to give you today an exercise that will help you develop exactly that skill. I'm going to show you the different subdivisions, how you can mix them, how you can use them, how you can play them, and lastly gonna feed it all into an improvisation jam and some hands-on exercises that you can download for free. Let's go. Now for this one we're going to combine binary and ternary rhythms. Binary rhythms are basically anything with 2, meaning like divided into 2 beats or 4 or 8, and ternary rhythms everything with 3, meaning like 3, 6 or anything unreasonable beyond any of those. And what I want you to understand is that rhythms have emotion just as much as scales and chords do. The same way that a major chord has one emotion for you and a minor chord is another one, rhythms do the same. Let's take a quick listen, for instance. For me personally, the binary rhythms are pretty straight. They have like sharp edges as I visualize them, for instance. And they're really handy for guitar because they're symmetric to our right hand, so everything is down, up, and we always have a symmetric pattern in the right hand. So they're a pretty good rhythm to go to. Now as we go for the 3 per beat, for instance, those for me are more like a flowing motion, like a snake or a wave, something like that. Straight, flowing. Edgy, round. So we have 2 main rhythmic trees that we can combine, and if you really want to make the most of this exercise, it really helps to understand the emotion that lives within them, for instance. And because rhythms actually contain emotions, we also have tension and release within a groove, or let's say expectation and resolution. Now there is. Now I'm in perfect sync with the pulse, which is, metaphorically speaking, similar to an octave. You know, I'm in perfect parallel motion to it. But then again, I can also go leaning against that rhythm and suddenly create something like tension or rhythmic dissonance, as I like to call it. And I can mix those 2 up. And a great way to do that is to mix binary and ternary rhythms. Because here's the thing, when I play 8th notes, for instance, when I go faster, you're subconsciously expecting me to go twice as fast. But what happens if I speed up into triplets? Subconsciously I expect 16th notes, but I get triplets, so it's slower than I expect, but faster than I play. And it's this very weird acceleration feeling that puts a lot of energy into the notes one plays. And one of the masters using that was Jimi Hendrix, for instance, because he was able to just speed up and slow down within a single beat like few other people ever could. Let's take a listen. Just a little excerpt here, I'm not going to cover the whole thing. But if I just isolate my right hand here, and that's what I call rhythmic dissonance, or excitement, as so to speak. By switching between the subdivisions, you're able to keep a downbeat intact, while constantly speeding up and slowing in unpredictable manners, and that creates a lot of excitement and is one of the best things you can do to upgrade your solo. And with that being said, today in this video I want to give you the drum playback I usually use with my students to teach them exactly that, to prep them for Hendrix, which of course you can grab in my free school community as well. The drum groove is going to operate as follows. We're going to have 4 beats mapped out by a kick and a side stick, basically kick, stick, and in between a hi-hat is going to map out the individual subdivisions. What you can start with is to just grab a single note, let's say A, just lock in your right hand to the hi-hat with a continuous motion and try to accent the upstroke, especially with the triplets. could just follow pentatonic here, or any scale, any melody you want, any chord you want, and feed it into the rhythmic canvas. And of course you can also improvise. If jamming is not so much your jam, then here are some actual exercises you can do to develop these and train these skills. You can grab these guitar profiles in my school community for free. Link is down below here. Basically this one here takes a super simple A minor pentatonic lick and speeds it up through various subdivisions. So it starts super slow with 2, goes up to 3, 4, 6, and lastly 8. Now especially the 32 notes are gonna be sort of tricky for some of you to play. You don't have to force speed here, I'm just showing how far you can take it. You could even take it further at the end of the day. But the basic idea is that you can take a lick and through subdivisions not only speed it up and slow it down, but change the actual emphasis notes or the notes that fall on the downbeat through it, and therefore take a lick and speed it up in a very musical and exciting way. Now the second exercise is going to use 7th chord arpeggios, and these are not just random arpeggios. I'm going to move up the Phrygian scale and gonna do that while mixing triplets and 16th notes. So this is a pretty advanced one, but if you do it on a consistent basis, it will teach you a lot of super useful skill, improve your technique, help you to switch between the rhythmic gears fluently, and memorize the modal chord sequences, in this case in Phrygian. All the individual exercises work with the same drum beat I showed you before for the jam. So you can just download this one, loop it in your DAW or use the 2-minute chunk I exported here, and just use it for improvising, use it for playing these exercises on top, or even mixing them with each other, which is something I'm going to try out right now. I'm just going to play it, put it all into the same key of C minor, and see what happens. Now, of course, also when I start improvising in between, sometimes it gets a bit messy, but at the end of the day, it's just super fun. And that's also something you can try out as well, to just put in a section where you follow a specific exercise, break out of it, jam a bit with it, and come back in it. And anything we are going to do here, anything you can do here with the stuff I'm providing, will teach you how to speed up and slow down musically. And if this kind of approach to music is your thing, of combining training and theory into creative experiments, jamming with it, and always making sure that you have a holistic circle of the harmony, the colors, the timing, the rhythm, the motion, the exercises, and the creativity, i.e. using it, jamming with it, writing with it, then you might be the perfect person to join my guitar community, because in there I combine all of that actually and inspire you guys to come up with your own music and your own way of playing stuff. And with that being said, have a wonderful week and see you soon.